Hi everybody, this is Jessica, the Enneagram Life Coach, and this is a super quick video pointing out that you have always been your Enneagram number. It doesn't change from the time you were a child all the way through adulthood, all the way until you die. You are the same core Enneagram number. And I get a lot of pushback about that. I mean, that's not my idea. Obviously, I'm just teaching this information. But one of the things I have noticed is people very often think that their parents made them their Enneagram type or their childhood situations. And that's just not true. One of the ways we know that's not true is traits now we can measure even in infants to some extent. And I'm talking about the big five, not actually Enneagram, but Enneagram is a manifestation of certain big five combinations. So that said, introverted babies are introverted from the time they're children, and extroverts are extroverts from childhood, and ambiverts, same thing, all the way through. It seems to me that often when somebody will push back against that, it's because they, in a way, are shirking responsibility for how they're showing up. That's just an observation I've made. That might not be true in your case. And I'm not saying that your environment does not shape you, because absolutely it does. But when it comes to your core traits, the core way you see the world, that's just your personality, and that is brain-based, and that's just the way you are. So I think a better way to think about this, because a lot of people will reflect back on their childhood and say, well, no, I've always been, concerned about authority because I had a really mean dad and he was really hard on us. So therefore, that's why I have authority issues, not because I'm a 6. I would offer, perhaps you are a 6. And so from childhood, you were highly dialed in to how authority figures were responding to you, and that was branded in your memory, not because you had necessarily a different experience with authority than other types of people, but because you're a 6. Or we go to type 7. Type 7s generally say they had a really, really great childhood, and that's possible. But another thing that's possibly happening is because 7s, along with 2s and 9s, are what we call optimistic types, they don't retain the negative things that happened in their childhood. So if something terrible happened, they might say, oh, I mean, yeah, but compared to what other people had, that wasn't that bad. Or, well, it wasn't that big of a deal. I learned from it. It made me who I am. So it's the framing that makes a 7 say, oh, I had a really, really great childhood, rather than it being a fact that every single 7 had a perfectly, storybook childhood. So we could go all the way around with all of the types, but again, the point I'm trying to make is you as a child had your type, and so things that stand out to your type have always stood out to you from the earliest memories you have. And that's why it's reasonable that you feel like that was done to you. But I would offer that that has always been your lens, and that's what made it appear that way. Guys, I do personal coaching at rates that you won't be able to beat with any other life coach. And if you like these videos and get anything out of them, I ask that you please like and subscribe and share with a friend. And I will catch you soon with another video. Thanks for watching.